Hi, I'm Erik Linask here at IT Expo East in Miami, and I'm talking this morning. It's the third day of IT Expo and our 15 or so co-located events. I'm talking with Mark Hewitt. Mark's the Chairman and CEO of MetroCore Holdings. Mark, good morning. Thanks for joining me. Good to see you.
Good morning, Erik. Long time. We've known each other for a number of years.
So, having said that, you've seen a lot of shows. What do you think of IT Expo this year?
I tell you, I think IT Expo has really come into its age. As somebody who has been in this industry since rocks were soft, I've seen the evolution of everything from computer telephony to flying pigs to I think this expo, which is really truly matured this year. The Miami Beach Expo is always the best of your shows as far as I'm concerned.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
So one of the exciting new parts to the show is the Suits conference this year, which is part of what you're doing here as well. How's that been? Tell me a little bit about what you saw at Suits.
Excellent. Thank you. The Suits, which is the intellectual property conference, is focused on helping to teach business and telecom entrepreneurs about the value of intellectual property. And we've seen in the past decade an exponential impact of the value of intellectual property in operating your business. As we know, unprepared businesses have lost hundreds of millions of dollars by essentially infringing on other people's intellectual property, and it's very complex. This is the first Suits exhibit show at the IT Expo. I think it came off extremely well. The audience was well informed. They asked good questions, and I've been to a number of other intellectual property conferences, which tend to always orient around the attorneys and things like this. This actually was very business focused. I would call this the year of the entrepreneur. Really well brought out at IT Expo. I think the Terry Matthews, Bernie Dorman, to your top speakers, all focused highly on how many jobs are created by small businesses and entrepreneurs, which are well represented here at IT Expo. The opportunity for entrepreneurs to present their businesses at your kickoff last night was absolutely wonderful. I think IT Expo is one of the catalysts to turn our economy around, and I think you'll do well next year as well.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate the feedback. Why are patents and intellectual property coming into so much focus lately?
Well, this year Congress actually just implemented the Inventors Act, which is a complete patent reform, and to some degree, it complicates the issues of intellectual property to the point where you really need to understand the impact of this. We will, for the next 20 years, essentially have two sets of legislation. We'll have the current legislation around patents, which extend through the remaining 19 years, and then you have new patents and technology that are issued under the new rules, which have a number of very important things. Now it's no longer first to invent, it's first to file. As an example, the United States is the last country in the world to actually migrate to that approach. And U.S. inventors aren't used to that. So there's a lot of things to learn, and the impact of patent pools, open source licensing and things like that greatly impact our industry. As an example, I'd virtually say nobody has a technology that doesn't implement something that, as an example, the open source forum like Linux has embedded, from readers, terminals, fax, voice. It all essentially uses that at some point. That impacts your business. You need to understand it.
Are patent pools good for business?
Patent pools are great for business. They really spur innovation. They allow companies to mitigate much of their risk profiles. It allows patent and infringement insurance pools to better protect product and service companies. Again, CEOs need to understand those kind of things, and it makes a big difference.
Excellent. Well, Mark, thank you so much for joining me this morning. It's a pleasure talking to you as always.
As always, thank you.